up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out, everybody. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk live daily in full effect. We got Lewis Sports Network in the building. Dee the Godfather Jefferson in the building. What's good, bro? Smash that like button and subscribe. Appreciate you, Lewis. He says salute to the chat. My man, IBFP Boxing Nuke. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Subscribe. File 100. Woo! Thank you, Nuke. Appreciate that. My man, Martin Machine in the building. What up, Dee Jeff? What up, chat? What's up with your Martin Machine? All right, guys. So let me put this link in the chat. As you guys know, Brown Gone One. What's up with your fam? As you guys know, on Speak Your Mind Sports Talk live daily, we limit the panel so that we can get through these topics because we're going to get everyone's opinion. But it's first come, first serve, guys. So I'm getting ready to drop the link in the chat, and anybody that wish to come up for today's topic, which I'm getting ready to get into that, what that's going to be. If you guys read the description, pretty much already know what today's topic is. Let me get that link out there. Boom, links there. Okay, so Brown Gone One in the building. What's up with your fam? Cat, what's up, Cat? What's up with your sis? Good to see you coming through. My man, Unbiased Boxing Talk in the building. If you haven't subscribed, you're missing out. You better go subscribe to Unbiased. That man know boxing on a deep level. My man, what's up, Unbiased? Unbiased says smash that like and share this live. Yes, sir. That's right. That's how we do it. Chin Smoke in the building. What's good, Chin Smoke? Iceman in the building. What's up, Iceman? Queen Lisa Bales in the building. What's up, Lisa? All right, so guys, today's topic, 5 fighters. Now, this is my list, but 5 fighters that will be most affected by this coronavirus layoff. All right, we're going to talk about these fighters, their next fight, and their probability of winning. Now, here's something that I want to let you guys know. These are 5 fighters that came to my mind. Doesn't mean that they will be most affected. Maybe you guys have some ideas. You know what I mean? The people who join the panel, they have some ideas. We can discuss those too. We're going to go over these 5 fighters that I have today. First, Brotherhood Boxing Talk. What's up with you, fam? Appreciate you coming through. John Cable in the building. What's up, John Cable? So the link is in the chat for anybody who wish to come up and discuss this topic today. And so, first guy up on the list, guys, most affected. You know, of course, sorry about that, by COVID-19. Devin Haney. So here's the thing. Now, let's not look at this in a negative light or positive, either way. When I say most affected, it could be most affected positively, or it could be affected negatively. You understand what I'm saying? But the reason I have Devin Haney on this list, most affected by the COVID-19 layoff, is because of his shoulder injury, right? So when you take a look at Devin Haney and the fact that he just came off this shoulder injury, they handed him his belt back, and this COVID-19, this layoff has given him time to heal. You see what I mean? It's giving him extra time to heal that shoulder, because we saw how Lomachenko looked when he came in off of a shoulder surgery versus Pedraza. You know, he didn't look as sharp or as clean as the Lomachenko we were used to seeing. So we do know that when you coming back off of a surgery, that can affect the way that you perform in the ring. So I have Devin Haney on the list of one of the top 5 fighters that was most affected, that's most affected by this COVID layoff. And I think that the effects are going to help him. It's going to give him more time to heal that shoulder. Give him more time to work the rust off or whatever. And a lot of these guys are going to have a little rust on them, to be perfectly honest, guys. Oh, man, my battery get ready to die. Maybe I should have checked that before I started, huh, guys? All right, so Raider from LA in the building. What's good? Jay in the building. What's good with you? Appreciate that. All right, Brotherhood says Devin Haney is getting more time to get ready for Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, but Brotherhood, that Lomachenko's back on September, supposedly. So Devin Haney still have to wait. I'm wondering if that he'll be as interested in that fight if Teofimo Lopez doesn't get past Lomachenko. All of that could matter. So we better wait and see what happens with Lomachenko before we start talking that Teofimo Devin Haney, because if Teofimo goes in there and loses, I think that fight will fizzle down some. They're still going to want to fight, and that's going to be a fight that people are going to want to see. But I think down the line, if he goes in there and loses to Lomachenko, the key is the belts. And Devin Haney probably is going to switch his tune off of Teofimo and go harder at Lomachenko, which, remember, Devin Haney's been going at Lomachenko. But if Lomachenko beats Teofimo Lopez, that will go down. That will fizzle out between Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. And the main thing will probably turn to Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, because he wants to go in there and prove that he could do what Teofimo didn't do. And he'll be trying to acquire those belts. So I think that's how it'll go. That's just my opinion. But anyway, so with Devin Haney's next opponent, so that's the next thing. Let me put the link in the chat one more time, just in case anybody want to come up and give their opinions on today's discussion. 5 fighters most affected by the COVID virus. So with that being said, talking about Devin Haney. All right, I'm going to have to go plug my computer up. Guys, we don't even know who his next fight is. He don't even have a fight scheduled, He wants to fight Teofimo, but if Devin Haney, you'll be complaining that Teofimo took another direction on you again, because you can guarantee he's going to fight Lomachenko before he fights you, buddy boy. Ain't nobody wasting no time with a Devin Haney when they can get at Lomachenko and all of those belts. So you'll still have to wait. But with that being said, we don't know who Devin Haney's next fight is. And I'm just going to assume that it's not going to be anybody that's too dangerous, because there are really no names. Could he get a fight with Ryan Garcia? That would be interesting, but I doubt that Oscar and them would make that happen. But he could get a fight with Ryan. Well, again, like, we're talking his next fight. So I doubt that'll be his next fight. They were talking about a fight with Fonseca prior to all of this COVID nonsense and his shoulder surgery. Maybe they can drum that fight back up. But I would just go as far as to say whoever Devin Haney's going to be fighting next, I would assume that he'll win that fight. That's basically what I'm getting at when it comes to Devin Haney. All right, guys, I had to come plug my computer up. So, Boxing Algarete in the building. What's good with you? Appreciate you coming through. Charles D in the building. All right, guys. Link is in the chat. Link is in the chat for anybody who want to jump on and talk about this. So we don't know who Devin Haney is going to be fighting, so it's not really much to say, at least in the effect of will he win. But I would assume whoever it is that they're going to put in the ring for him for his title defense would probably be yeah, I walked all the way upstairs to this room up here, I call like my office or something. It's just all the way upstairs where if they making noise in the house, I don't hear a lot of bumping and stuff. So it's up 3 flights though. So yeah, Charles D. Charles D said I walked the mountain. Yeah, 3 floors up, dog. So yes, but I mean, whatever opponent it is, Devin Haney's probably gonna win that. Whoever his next opponent is. But I had to put him on this list because as far as being affected by the COVID layoff, I think that he was one of these fighters that was most affected because of his injury. He had an injury, you know, a significant fighters. Like, it's a lot of fighters out there, so it could be something that's much more affected than Haney or anybody on this list. But let's say significant fighters in the limelight, fighters that's being talked about, I put Haney on the list. That shoulder injury and that time for him to heal. This is good. This is a good thing for Haney, regardless. So COVID affected him in a positive way, but he was one of these fighters that was definitely highly affected by this this layoff. Brotherhood Boxer said, I can't wait. My guy Devin Haney and Wilder come back. Those your guys, Brotherhood? Yeah, well, I wouldn't be too excited about the Wilder comeback. Devin Haney, you know, I think I can share the excitement with you with Devin Haney. I am quite interested in seeing him in this next fight. I don't like the nonsense he's talking about my boy Teofimo, but I do like Devin Haney and I like to see him fight. But Brotherhood, when it comes to Deontay Wilder, I'm pretty sure you know Fury's my guy. So I'm not sure why you're so excited to see Wilder get that ass whooped again, but that's what's going to happen, dog. Yeah, Andre, I did see Haney working with Floyd. I sure did see Haney working with Floyd, and that's good stuff there. Eddie said no light touches when the zone returns. Yeah, Eddie is on it. Eddie's on it. He said they better be ready too. I see Devin Haney training with Floyd. Yeah, I see that too. So Haney gonna have to fight good. He's gonna have to. Willie Williams in the building. Salute to D in the chat. Fire. Hey, Willie Williams, appreciate you. Willie Williams with the 1999. Let's party like it's 1999. Salute to you. Thanks, Willie Williams. Appreciate that, fam. Who Haney fighting next, Cat? I don't know. We really don't know yet. But again, I was just, if you look at the landscape of that division and who's available, you could just pretty much assume that he's going to win his fight. And so that's part of the discussion today, the fighters that's on this list, how COVID could have affected them potentially, and how will they do in their next fight. And so with the landscape of the 135 division, whoever they put in front of Haney, we could assume that he's most likely going to win that fight. You know what I mean? So, and once again, thank you, Willie Williams. Where's Tank, fat ass dog? I don't have him on the list today, Charles. But Charles D, click that link. You come up here and talk about it. Let me see. Brotherhood said Tank Davis is going to come back, beat Leo. Yeah, I think he'll beat Leo. I don't think that he'll have as much problem with gassing as people think. I think Tank is on a exercise mission, but we'll see, man. Tank, you can never tell him. He's been posting a lot of putting up a lot of posts showing himself exercise and stuff. Charles D. Tank on Twitter being jealous. Ain't he training with Floyd? Yeah. Acting like Floyd abandoned him or something stupid like that. Let me put that back out there, up there. Get back to this. All right, so back to it, guys. And again, salute to you, Willie Williams. Appreciate that. So, Brotherhood said, Tank Davis love to eat McDonald's. Cat said, I like Haney. I think he has potential, but I can't see him beating Teal or Loma right now. Me either, sis. Andre said, what if Ryan fought Abner Mars? Who you got, D? I got Ryan Garcia. Abner Mars too small. Ryan gonna spark his ass. Yeah, Tank mad right now. So, guys, so that's how I feel with Devin Haney. COVID helped him. He'll probably win his next fight. So I'm going to move on to the next guy on the list where I think COVID COVID-19 affected them, helped them out, hurt them, however you want to look at it. And the next guy on the list is Gun Rights Mafia in the building. What's good with your gun rights? Link in the chat, Gun Rights, just in case you want to jump on for today's discussion. I'll drop the link again just in case somebody want to jump on for today's discussion. So the next guy on the list I have is GGG, Gennady Golovkin. So here's the thing with Triple G. He's old, right? He's old. He came off a very, very tough, tumultuous fight with Deverenchenko. He got battered and bruised up in that fight. And so I think the layoff from COVID is a well-needed rest for GGG. And I mean a well-needed rest for GGG. You know, the fact that he couldn't spar and couldn't do a lot of things, you know, even in sparring guys and, you know, this high-intensity training, these guys are still wearing themselves down. And after coming off a fight like that, you know, but on the flip side of that with GGG and this COVID layoff, it's like a double negative for him because the extra time and everything helps him. But at the same token, GGG's old, so he don't need too much time before he need to get in there and mix it up. And you know, his next opponent. Let me see. His next opponent is what was that guy's name? Camo. It was his mandatory. What's up, Gun Rights?
What's up? Yeah, Ranger said his name like fucking yesterday. I forgot it too.
Yeah, Camille something. It's Camille. Yeah. Camille something is GGG's mandatory. I could look it up right now. Somebody in the chat knows it, but. You know, this COVID-19 layoff, you know, I think GGG needs to get done what he can get done because time's ticking for him. So it's kind of a bittersweet thing for GGG, this layoff. And it kind of threw out of whack his fight with Canelo, which I think that he needed to go ahead and get that done because the longer GGG waits to fight Canelo, the worse it is for GGG. Because, again, Canelo's in his prime. And, yeah, there you go. Sarah Meta. That's it, Andre. Camille Sarah Meta. Yep. That's it. That's who he's supposed to be fighting. So I'm going to say GGG is going to beat Camille Sarah Meta, retain his title. But he's still affected by this COVID-19 layoff. He's highly affected, in my opinion, by the layoff. Because he doesn't have time on this side. Father Time is knocking on his door. And the longer he waits to fight Canelo, and that's basically what he wants. We know that he wants that payout to walk out the door. And I'm pretty sure Canelo will oblige to beating him up. So, you know, what you think, Mark? Before you answer GGG, did you want to do the first one, Devin Haney, and then slide to GGG?
What was the first one about?
All right, so the topics are all the same, so I'll explain it to you. Today's topic is and welcome to the show too, Mark. But today's topic is my list of the top 5 fighters that's most affected by this COVID layoff and their next opponents and how they'll do in that fight. Which Devin Haney, we don't know who his opponent is, and I said. Presumably, whoever they put in front of him, he's going to win that fight. But my opinion on the layoff and how it most, you know, the fact why I have him on this list is because of his shoulder injury. So the layoff helped him because it gave him properly. And so that's why I put him as one of the top 5 fighters on my list that's most affected. So you can speak on Haney. And like I said, he doesn't have a fight scheduled next, but presumably with the landscape to 135 and the fact that everybody's busy, Oscar's probably not going to throw Ryan in there with him. We can just assume he's going to win his next fight. And then GGG was next. So you can talk on
both. This is for whoever helped him negative. negatively and positively, right?
Either way, negatively or
Oh, either way.
positively. If
Okay,
it just
okay,
affects
okay.
them.
I thought you just meant negatively.
No,
Okay.
I just mean
So
effect in general, like affecting them in general. So it could be a negative effect or a positive effect. But if it's going to be an effect, then
yeah,
you know
as
what
far
I'm saying?
as Haney, I agree. It's gonna help him because the shoulder is gonna be able to have more time to heal, get all the joints, make sure everything is snapping well. So that'll help him. I do agree with you on that. I'm pretty much on the same page. GGG. Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same page on that too, man. He older, so the only thing that GGG can do for me right now is just put on a great performance fight as far as action pack. You feel me? But as far as actually going in there and beating one of the top fighters, I just feel like he already there. So this extra time that he's sitting is actually going to hurt him a little bit more. And mind you, a lot of these boxers ain't got the same environment to train in, and he's switching from a trainer that he trained with his whole life. So he only had what 2 fights with this new trainer, which was the Wade and Devin, right?
Right. Wade and
Yeah.
Devin.
So
Guido, what's up with you, fam? Appreciate you coming through, Guido.
So to change from a trainer that has been training you his whole life to only 2 fights underneath your belt, I don't feel like that's enough to change everything that GGG is used to doing. You feel what I'm saying? He's used to fighting one way. So I'm with you right now, man. If he go in there versus Canelo, I think Canelo will get him out of there this time. If he go
Yeah.
in there versus Andre, I think Andre will box his ears off.
But
Charlo, even though I'm not too fond of Charlo, I still think Charlo will catch
yeah,
him.
but not to cut you off, Mark, but to stick to the topic, it's about how GGG will do in his next fight, which is going to be
in his next fight, yeah, he gonna
it's
watch the
going to be
dude.
the guy Camille
Yeah,
Sarameta.
yeah, he gonna watch him, bro. Any low level fighters he can watch.
Right. So Unbiased Boxing Talk just stepped on the show. Welcome Unbiased. So you was here, so you heard the first guy was Haney. I'm pretty sure you got the concept of today's topic, and then the second guy was GGG. So, I mean, you can give your perspective on both of those. Basically how the layoff affected them, whether it be positive or negative, and how you see them doing as far as winning or losing in the next fight.
Well, according to Eddie Hearn, right, he signed off to fight Zermaida after Derevyanchenko, and he was supposed to fight him and then go into a Canelo fight in September or whatever. So that got put on hold, and now he wants to just come back and have that fight. And then, I mean, I read an article where they said they wanted to potentially have 2 fights, so like a Zermaida and somebody else, and then a Canelo. But I just think Triple G right now, he's almost 40, so this is going to be his last hooray and just fight Canelo, big bag, and then call it a day. I don't think he's going to sit around and fight these younger guys coming up, because he doesn't have to, really, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, I think he's definitely going to have some ring rust, because that beating he took from Derevyanchenko was pretty bad. So he'll definitely have some ring rust, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. And what about Devin Haney, the layoff? How do you feel it affected him? And like I said, with his next fight, we don't know, but presumably he's going to win whoever they put in front of him. But what do you think about that?
Well, according to Eddie Hearn, he said that Devin Haney, when he comes back, could potentially fight Luke Campbell, Fortuna. I saw on Twitter that they were talking.
Fortuna, yeah.
They were talking about Linares. So maybe he could fight either one of those three, and I'd be okay with that. Obviously, I want to see him fight Teofimo, but it looks like they're looking in a different direction. For both of them, I think Bob is trying to keep Teo over on Top Rank, and it looks like Eddie Hearn's doing the same thing and keeping Haney over there on DAZN. So I mean, it looked like those guys were just maybe building up a fight in the future or something, but. It looks like from what Bob is saying, which I don't believe because it's Bob.
Yeah.
I got to see it. With Bob, I have to see it. So he's saying the fight's going to be on for September. I don't believe that, but we just have to wait and see kind of thing. So.
Yeah. All right. So Black and brown boxing in the building. What's good with you? What's good with you, black and brown? Salute on by, salute mob. All right, so next guy. I think we pretty much all agree on Devin Haney, GGG. So the next guy on the list is Manny Madman Pacquiao. So look, man. So Manny Pacquiao, of course, is on the list, and I just put him right next because to me, he's got a similar issue of GGG. Pacquiao's getting old, bro. You know what I mean? And I said this once before. At any point in time, Pacquiao can age right in front of us. At any fight he gets into, and I don't care what fighter it is that he gets in the ring and it happens, he can age right before our eyes. And if it happens in a fight with a guy, say like Mikey Garcia, he could lose and everybody would be shocked. But that would be huge for Mikey Garcia because it would be like, oh, wow, he beat Keith Thurman and Mikey just beat him. Maybe Mikey did need some time to adjust at 147. You know, just the implications of Mikey beating him would be huge. And it wouldn't be so much of a blow for Pacquiao because he's old. So I think that this COVID-19 layoff could have potentially affected Manny Pacquiao just because of time. You know what I mean? Time is ticking. Father Time is knocking on his door, just like GGG. And the fight, his next expected fight is Mikey Garcia. Now, with that being said, I don't know which fight it is he's going to age in. And if it's not this one, I think Pacquiao's going to beat Mikey's ass. I got to say that. I do pick Pacquiao to win this fight because, again, I don't know what fight is going to be that he's going to age in. And as far as the way he looks now, I pick him over Mikey because I think Mikey's better suited at 140, not 147. Although Pacquiao jumped all of those divisions, he's built his body and prepared his body and fought at this weight class, and his body has transitioned to this weight class. Mikey had one ass whipping in this weight class and then one fight against Vargas, so not even the same. So I would pick Pacquiao to win, but I think that this time, you know, fighters like him that's been through so many wars, time is just not on his side. So a layoff from boxing is just no good. And he contracted COVID-19, which is also kind of interesting because it's a respiratory fucking infection. So what could that potentially mean, you know, with his stamina and endurance later or something? We never know. But I'm biased. What do you think? Manny Pacquiao. Tim Dub, what's up, fam?
You know, like you just said, he's old, so he's gonna pick a safer fight. He's probably gonna go with Mikey Garcia, in my opinion, in the zone. I think Eddie Hearn kind of let that out the bag in that interview. He said Manny Pacquiao by accident. That will be fighting on the zone. So I think he'll fight Mikey. I definitely think Manny will pull it out and win. He's aggressive and likes to come forward. If you stay put and you're stationary in front of him, that's kind of what he loves because he'll just get off on you, use angles, and throw a bunch of punches and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, Mikey might be a little tailor-made for Manny, in my opinion. So that might be the easier fight for him, especially in this stage of his career.
Yeah. And so you got Manny winning that fight too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got Manny. Yep.
All right. Gun rights.
What's up, man? I only see two fights left in Manny Pacquiao to give us, you know, good fights, and then he's gonna retire after that. So it might end up being Mikey, and then the winner of Errol, Spence, and Danny, or Crawford. I mean, it all depends, but I do see Manny Pacquiao beating Mikey Garcia, though. I just don't feel like Mikey Garcia belonged at 147. I mean, that's just my personal opinion about it, but he could show me otherwise. He did go in there and give it to Vargas, but I mean, you know, that's not that's not a top fighter though. You feel me? So I can't really just put him there just based off of that one fight. But I feel like Pacquiao gonna take it out, man. I just really feel like he got 2 fights left, probably on his own, and then that last fight might be just some freelance fight that he might put his own little promotional, add on to it.
Might be Conor McGregor, to be honest.
Could be. That's why I said that farewell fight. I just feel like it's gonna be something that him and his team and his family gonna sit down and they gonna make the best decision for him. Yeah, he'll beat up Conor McGregor. I'm just saying, as far as him taking the less risky fights, like I'm biased said.
Yeah. Now, Lisa, if I'm not mistaken, because I read so much, I could have swore I read a while back that he contracted COVID-19 and he was in recovery and all of that. Manny Pacquiao.
Hell no, I didn't hear no shit about that.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'll pull it up.
I'll look at it, but I didn't see nothing. I mean,
I seen something like that. Maybe I'm confusing it. But even still, just the fact that
his age, it does, yeah.
And the fact that he can age on us at any given time and any fight, you know what I mean? Boxing Monster said, is Pacquiao going to do VADA? If not, I have Garcia.
I don't see nobody getting stuck with the needle too many times after this COVID. I don't see too many getting.
There you go. All right. Black and Brown said he tested negative. All right. I know I read a report, something about it. I didn't.
All right. So we got some clarification on that.
Right. Good.
But do you think that people gonna be getting tested that many times after the COVID?
You say what?
Do you think many people's gonna be getting tested like that after this COVID? Because depending on what they pumping you with when you go to the hospital, or depending on what you might have been eating, you can't really, you can't really control your diet as much as you could before this happened, because the stores is not supplied with all of the stuff that niggas go usually buy in the store.
Everybody's juicing right now. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say it in a nicer way. I was trying to say it in a nicer way. But yeah, pretty
steady with roids. Well, see, that's the thing, man. I'm biased. You remember we were talking about this before. I said that I think a lot of these dudes are going to be coming off the juice after this layoff. So I said plenty of times before, like, boxing's going to be more exciting than some people think. Some guys are going to be smart and cycle off, but some guys are still going to be pushing it and try to beat the system. Either way you look at it, it's going to be a lot of guys juiced up when they come off, bro.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people gonna feel like they behind. Fuck it, let me go to GNC and grab this shit real quick with not even really, they ain't really fucked with it before. You feel me? They might fuck around and drink a protein shake that got something in there. I mean, I just see all of that normal life shit happening, in the times that we living in, because people ain't really focused on, their job description as per se as what's really going on around them. So, but like you said, though, it might be a handful of people that still focus. I see football players, basketball players, I see them working on their house and, trying to do as much as they can with not being able to really do their real full-fledged training.
Right. Well,
I think majority of fighters are taking some kind of supplement that enhances their abilities in boxing. To be honest with you, I think everybody is doing it.
Boxing.
Yeah, because you think anybody really getting sparring work right now?
I'm for PED.
You think anybody doing sparring right now?
You say what?
I said, do you think anybody's doing too much sparring right now?
No, it's not a whole lot of sparring. Some guys are sparring anyway, because I've seen on some Instagram posts, I've seen guys in gym sparring, but for the most part, I don't think a lot of people are doing much sparring. Guido, what's up with you, Guido?
Hey, what's up, bro? Salute to everybody.
What's up, man? How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm just hearing y'all. That's a good conversation about Manny Pacquiao. I think he should just take the fight with Mackie Garcia, because I don't feel like Mackie don't belong. I think he doesn't belong on 147. You feel me?
Yeah. That's probably
he should go down 140.
I think both of them for both of them, that's probably their best fight right now at 147, as far as concerning money and getting their ass whooped. Because I think Danny's dangerous for Pacquiao, even though people sleeping on Danny. I don't think he beats Spence or Crawford. So Mikey is valuable. Mikey has stop. Mikey can feel. Well, I wouldn't say feel the crowd because it might not be a crowd, but he can.
Mikey might get stopped, man.
Pay-per-views. Yeah, he might get stopped.
Because Manny, I mean, like compared to Spence, Manny is overly aggressive. Like he'll throw like 6-7 punches. Like Earl Spence was like jab, 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 jab. Like Manny will throw everything like at once, like six punch combination. So
Manny's gonna come, but you know, at the same time too, like I said, we could get that fight with Manny ages overnight, and if that happens, Mikey's gonna have a really good chance at beating Manny. But I don't know.
But Manny's a freak of nature too.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? Manny surprised me with Keith Thurman fight. Damn.
But that body shot.
He's a 41-year-old beating a 30-year-old. Come on.
His body work is underrated, man.
What's up, Iron Cone? All right, guys. So let's move to the next guy. Guido, I'm gonna let you start this one. So the next guy on the list, of course, is the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. All right, so Guido, I'll catch you up to speed. This is what we're doing. We're talking about how the coronavirus most affected them, the layoff, and if they will win their next fight. So Deontay Wilder's next fight, of course, is Tyson Fury, and the effects, you know, on him considering the COVID layoff. What do you think about that, Guido?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Wilder should take that next fight with Tyson Fury. I think he just needs to take a tune-up fight before stepping in with Tyson Fury. He took a beating in his last fight, mentally and physically, you know. And he's still making up excuses that it was the costume that did it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's ready. That tells me that he's not ready mentally, you know.
What's up, BJ? Yeah, and so you think he loses that fight?
I think Tyson Fury just a better athlete, but have better skills than him. That's all.
All right.
If you saw the first fight, if you seen the first fight, he was outboxing him, so he got dropped twice. But I feel like he won, that he edged the fight. You know? And the second fight, he said he was gonna do it, but I didn't think he was gonna beat him like that. I thought he was just gonna outbox him.
I don't think
he did in the first fight, but he ran the fight to Wilder. He ran the fight to him, you know.
Yeah, Mob.
Yeah. Wilder, man, this time right now is gonna help him because he got a lot of time to work on the things that he need to work on. Cause he showed me in that fight, bro, you really don't know how to box. I knew you couldn't box, but I'm like, bro, like in the biggest fight, you really don't know how to box. You can't even adjust. Like, yeah, bro, you need to go back to the drawing board. You need to go back with the amateur boxers and go ahead and train with them. So let them teach you the basics and then come back. You feel me? So I think the time away is gonna help him. I do think Tyson Fury gonna beat his ass again if he go in there. So he just needs to take that little $10 million or however much that they offered him and go get you some more training. LeBron James spending $1 million a year on training. You need to go ahead and take some heed from that and get you some training in and then come back. And then maybe you can, you can redeem your career back. You feel what I'm saying? Be on a redemption road. It'll be a good storyline if you do it like that. The road to redemption for Deontay Wilder. Just take the step aside money and train.
Yeah, I feel you.
Show us you got some basics.
Yeah.
Yo, give me a second, D.
All right. Well, I'll go while Unbiased is taking care of that. Okay, so supposedly he had an arm, a shoulder or elbow, some injury concerning his arm, Deontay Wilder. At least this is what they claim. You know, could have been excuses, could have been actual. I mean, the way he hits guys and he's been having problems with his arms throughout his career, it could be factual. So that definitely helps him in that area. Healing time. Mob Gunright just brought up a beautiful point, which was actually one of my points. Bro, he needs time to implement any and everything that he can in his arsenal. He doesn't have much time, but he needs every moment that he can to implement these things. So he needs all the time in the world. So it definitely helped him in that aspect. When it comes to if he can win the fight, y'all already know how I feel about it. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell, man. Fury gonna whoop his ass again. Because the way I see it is Fury whooped him in two different ways. Two totally different ways he beat him. Okay, he got the draw. Deontay got the blessing. They gave him the draw in the first fight. Okay, no problem. The second fight, he whooped his ass. So he boxed him in the first fight. He manhandled him in the second fight. Just imagine what a combination of those two things would be. And that's basically what Wilder has to face in the third fight when he didn't have either fight. So it's like, what are we looking at here? That's the easy win for my guy Fury, but definitely
it's like I didn't mean to cut you off, D, but it's like people say everything about how he got his ass whooped, you know, how bad he got his ass whooped, but I'm at the point right now where he already know that he got his ass whooped. I mean, he know this. My point is right now, what can he do to better himself, to prepare himself for a fight like that? That's the question that people need to be asking, because he haven't shown us nothing yet. You feel what I'm saying? So those are the questions that I want to be answered. Like, what can you show me? How better can you be than what you came in those first two fights in order to beat this man? If you feel like not taking this step aside money, you're gonna go in there and show us something different. Like, what are you doing?
He would have to learn to time travel, go back in time, learn how to box, get the fundamentals. But to be honest, I'm gonna tell you guys, man, how I feel about it is he need to go ahead and get Marcellus Wilder. Him and his brother need to try to jump Tyson Fury in the fight, because that's the only way that he then.
I thought you was going to some real shit. I thought you was going your way to say some real shit. Like, they need to teach him how to jab or move to the side or something. This dude is crazy.
I think it's honestly, man, I just think it's over for Wilder, because when it comes to Fury, I just don't see how he could win, because like Dee just said, Fury beat him in two different ways. He brought the fight to him, and he outboxed him in the first fight. So, I mean, I think that chapter of that fight is pretty much closed for me. I don't think he's winning the trilogy. I think this might be like a cash out in terms of Wilder, and then he might just, you know, do a round robin with the PBC heavyweights, and then retire or something like that. But he ain't beating Fury, in my opinion.
So nobody on the panel feel like Deontay Wilder can get better and do better in the future? I'm not saying this fight right away coming back. I'm just saying
we'll get on that in a second. But so, what do you feel unbiased about this layoff as far as it helping Wilder or affecting Wilder? You know.
Well, I mean, he gets to spend more time with his family and stuff like that. So I mean, that's a good thing about it. But like when it comes to skills and stuff like that, I don't see how he could get better. You know, I thought like the Ortiz rematch, he showed more patience, and that was like, you know, a better version of him. But versus Tyson Fury, man, he got too many tools for somebody that doesn't know how to box, man. Like that's the problem right there. Is just learning how to box, and I think you know, he pretty much he ruined that for himself. Like he self-sabotaged himself. He's on record saying that the sweet science is not real. I mean, like, so he don't care about boxing. He's saying it. You know, my power is the eraser. I don't need to learn to box because I could just knock you out. Well, Tyson Fury disproved that. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do it again too. So I don't got a problem. You know, whatever, man. He turned down AJ and he didn't want to fight AJ. So at this point, I don't really care too much about Wilder in the first place. So yeah.
Boxing Monster said Wilder's done. He's exposed. The problem is only killers have belts. No more cherry picking. Yeah, that's a fact. He said I agree 100% with them bias boxing talk. Yeah, Iron Cole said, well, he can't get worse. He can't get worse, Iron Cole, because he's 34. So that motherfucker could get less stamina. He could slow down, which means he'll be even worse than he is now. Angel Santos in the building. What's good? My bro Dee Jefferson, the whole chat. What's up, Angel? Appreciate you coming through. Shiz Biz in the building. What good, Shiz Biz? John Cable says, I don't think Wilder can improve his footwork, etc., in such a short time. He's been protected too long and thinks his right hand is everything he needs. Yeah, John Cable, he damn sure do. And the worst thing about it is Wilder has said that before. I wanted to go back to your comment on Brother Boxing because I didn't skip it. But Brother Boxing said, D-Jeff, I think work with George Foreman. This is the thing with that, Brother Boxing. I think that work with George Foreman 3 years ago would have done Wilder miracles. But work with George Foreman before a fight, your very next fight with Fury, that shit ain't going to matter. No disrespect to George Foreman, but when you work with a fighter, man, you need some kind of time to implement this. And
indeed,
fighter to implement it. Yeah,
Fury's not the fighter that you want to be trying new things out on. You know what I'm saying? You need to like. You should have tried. You should have implemented that to your game plan and tried this on somebody a lower quality to see if it works first, and then go ahead and try it on Fury. But just coming back. And then, you know, like I said, man, around this time is good. Wilder gets to, you know, be around his family and enjoy his time before that ass whooping. And you know, they're talking about fighting in China.
Go ahead, Guido.
And I want to say this, and I feel like Deontay Wilder should take step aside because I don't want to see that fight again, the third fight. But the fight that I want to see is AJ versus Tyson Fury for undisputed, and I think that shit would sell out in England. That'll be a sold out crowd.
Oh, you know? I mean, a lot of people want to see that fight, Guido.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's no need for the third fight.
Especially me. Like, I want to know. Let me not say that. I want to see Tyson Fury beat up Wilder again. I actually do want to see that because then, like, some of Wilder's fans are still talking. They're still talking. You know, talking.
Yeah, they're making excuses. The glove gaze, the costume, all that shit.
Ass whooping would be zipping. So we only got the zipper. You know how you zip somebody's lip shut. We only got it this way. They still. So this final ass whooping be like, zip, shut it up. Shut it all the way up. You know what I mean? And so that's what I want. So I do want to whoop Wilder's ass again. But at the same time, I want to see him go for 4-belt undisputed much more.
Also, Wilder, I don't even like him, as you guys can probably tell. But he does deserve to get his rematch and the belt he's been holding for, you know, quite some time. So I'll give him that respect.
It 10 times, so like, yeah, it's not like we can't hate on guys, bro. You know what I mean? We gotta still be honest about it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't want to see Fury fight. Yeah. I do kind of want to see him beat his ass again, but. I just would much rather have 4-belt undisputed. And if Wilder decided to take the funds, then but Wilder ain't. I don't think none of that shit's happening. Boxing Monster said all George Foreman going to do is help Wilder grill better burgers.
I'll tell you what. Wilder does got a punching chance. He can win the third fight.
If he take that step aside money, that's the best thing for his health right now.
He got a punching chance. Zombie Squad. Yeah, Wilder's finished. Wilder cannot take steps back. Yeah, he has to fight top flight guys, which we all know means that he will lose. Yeah, man. That's what Boxing Monster was saying early. Killers got these belts now. Ain't no more cherry picking. No more of these easy little fights, you know. Brigante in the building. Great analogy. Thank you, my man. Thank you very much. What's that? I just seen somebody else. My brother Ness Mendoza. What's up, Ness? All right, so guys, I pretty much knew everybody wasn't going to agree on Wilder, but we do have to agree that this COVID layoff definitely benefited him, and I think that that's why I put him on my list. Now,
D, did you hear they're thinking about putting that fight in China?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Why would they do that?
I don't know that.
Because China probably the only people right now that's got events going on right now. They got Chinese baseball on ESPN.
Yeah, but
and
they
not only
started
that,
this whole shit.
they have seem to have more of a hold on the outbreak, but probably
Yeah,
because it
because
broke
they
out that
created
quick.
it.
You know what I mean?
They
So
He
started
said
it.
because
So
they
yeah.
created it.
yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, but yeah, that I mean, I guess it's a combination of those two things. Who knows? Ness says fuck COVID. Yeah. All right, so let's move to the last guy, and no surprise. I mean, look, guys, it shouldn't be any surprise why I have him on the list, but Errol, the true Spence. Now, let me see, Guido, you want to start this one off? How the COVID layoff has helped him, and do you think he will win his next fight, which apparently is going to be versus Danny
Danny
Garcia?
Garcia.
So we have a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
to talk about here.
Hey, that's not an easy fight like most people think. That's a tough fight for Errol Spence. And let's not mention Danny Garcia. He does well with aggressive fighter. When he left that left hook, when he's been throwing that left hook and right hook, man, he does really good against aggressive fighter. So I don't know. I think it's a 50-50 fight. You know, I don't think Errol Spence ain't just gonna walk through him like that. You know, 'cause, Danny Garcia is a great counter puncher. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
if it's improving during the coronavirus that's going on. I don't know if it improve. I gotta see how he looks because he got a lot of ring rest. So I gotta see him how he looks against Danny Garcia. But I don't think he should take that right away. So I think he should take a tune-up just to get his rhythm back. You know, because
Right.
Danny ain't no easy fight. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Danny's a tune-up. You know, I just don't see why you would take that fight on your coming back after flipping your cars. So look, but he said he wants no tune-ups. He wants to jump in the fire. So I mean, go ahead, man. And standing in front of Danny and trying to like do what you did to Porter to Danny, that's not a smart. You better box Danny. That's all I gotta say about that. You better box Danny. Don't try to sit there and beat Danny at his own game, because then, yeah, you're going to be tasting that canvas because Danny got power. Porter ate his punches, but, Porter got a proven chin too. Earl Spence has a good chin. We saw that. But Danny is not the type of person that you just want to let hit you flush just to play his game. So you better box Danny.
Yeah, I agree. So, gun rights, what you think?
Man, everybody know I'm not too fond of Errol Spence, but I will say that before this accident, I already had him beating up Danny. But now I'm kind of like what Guido said. It's kind of like a 50-50 fight now with the accident. But I don't really think that Danny is a tune-up. But I don't think that this is going to be too much of a hard fight like people think it is. You feel what I'm saying? I still think that, you know, Spence knows his fundamentals. I think he gonna apply pressure, use his jab a lot in that fight. You feel me? Danny might try to catch him, but I think if he does, Spence will take it. But I don't see it being like a knockout like I did before the accident. Before the accident, I'm telling you, bro, I had Spence stopping Danny. And just by the way that Danny was talking and moving, when Spence was like, he'll fight him, now all of a sudden Spence looked vulnerable. Everybody was trying to jump to him. I didn't like that. You feel what I'm saying? I
Right.
didn't like that. You feel me? Like now that he looked vulnerable, now y'all trying to fight him. Now Keith Thurman want to say his name. Like I didn't like that. Porter, I give it all up to him. He always wanted to smoke with everybody. But now all of a sudden Porter gave him a good ass fight, which a lot of us feel like Porter won that fight without that knockdown. You feel what I'm saying? I just feel like everybody is trying to jump to him, and now that he got into an accident, I feel like everybody's trying to think that he's gonna be an easy, wash. I'm not too fond of him, but I'm not just about to say that. Oh yeah, he just done or he can't perform. Like we gotta see. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I can say. We gotta see. But the time away is going to help him, like you said, D. I mean, he got more time to get his mental game back. You feel me? We see him walking around, so we know he kind of physically there, but we got to see if that mental game is right. And I think this time away is
Yo,
going to
D,
really
real quick. I
make
don't mean to
him.
cut you off, Ma, but hey, D, I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
drop
go
off.
ahead.
You could let whoever on. I'm gonna drop off. All right.
All right, appreciate you coming on and kicking it with us, unbiased. You know you're welcome anytime, fam.
Salute, King.
Peace.
All right, guys.
Yeah, but the time away is gonna help him, bro. He gonna think about his family and think about the things that mean most to him and realize his mistakes. I see that dude being a humble dude is too. He started hanging around Adrian Broner and Tank Davis. You feel me?
Right. Samuel Shaw in the building, D. Bokelberger Slim in chat. Salute. Black and Brown Boxer said Garcia is no tune-up and coming off that accident, kind of shaky. Yeah, I feel you, Black and Brown. King Zombie in the building, just joined the chat. King Zombie, to catch you up to speed on the topic today, we were talking 5 boxers that were affected by the COVID layoff and how they will look in their next fight. So we're talking on Spence now. What's your take on Errol Spence? You know, how this COVID layoff affected him, and you know, if he will beat Danny Garcia or not.
Hey, look, it's not gonna impact them no way, because your king is here. Okay, your king has arrived.
Angel,
and I'm back.
You got me,
better than ever.
What's up, motherfucking Angel Santos in the building? What's good with you, bro?
Nah.
I'm just glad it's not
what was the
Justin
question
Jr.
again?
trying to show his toes or no dumb shit like that.
You breaking up bad.
Who, I'm breaking up?
That connection all fucking. Hold up. Let me jump back out.
All right. Hey guys, can y'all hear me, Guido and Mob?
Yeah, I can hear you, P.
We go.
Oh, okay. I might have been Angel. But yeah, so my take on it, man. Look at here. Every second, Errol Spence is in his prime. So, you know, every second, every hour, every minute that he gets to heal himself and stay out of that ring is a great thing for him. He talked about on that video I made, you can see he talked about the post in his mouth. He's got post in his mouth, and they got to do some more surgery so that they can put his permanent teeth in. But right now he don't have the permanent teeth, so that doesn't allow him to spar. That's good for him because it gives him more time to heal. That brain being shaken around the way it was in that car accident, it's a blessing he's not affected, you know, at least from what we know of. But he don't need to be taking no punches no sooner than he has to. So the time definitely affected him. I think, honestly, an 85% Errol Spence would beat Danny Garcia, and I'm not capping. But if Errol Spence is back like 90, 95%, I don't think Danny wins that fight. I don't think he has enough to win that fight against Errol Spence. But we'll have to see. It all depends on how that accident affected him. But we got Angel back. You're loud and clear now, Angel. I could hear you. Damn, he just left again.
Indeed.
Boxer Master is crazy.
Well, I wanted to ask you real quick. You think Errol Spence is strong mentally? Coming for a fight? I said, you think Errol Spence would be strong mentally?
No, yeah,
he's mentally there.
I think that he's probably stronger mentally than he was before the accident because of awareness, bro. Awareness. Sometimes you need shit. Look, everybody, like I used to sell drugs for a long time, bro. And I went to the penitentiary. I went to prison in 2000, 98 to 2000, right? And my kids was my wake-up call. Like I held my son when he was a baby, and I was like, bro, I can't fucking do this shit no more. Everybody has something that's a wake-up call. And when you get a wake-up call, you click back in. You don't have to worry about their mental when you get that wake-up call. I believe that this was his wake-up call. And he's expressed this on more than one level, and you can see that you can hear the sincerity in it. You know what I mean? So I'm not really too worried about Spence's mental. It's his physical that I'm worried about. Oh, it's all good, Angel. I appreciate you attempting to come on. You know you good anytime you want to, fam. So that's how I feel about that, Guido. Steven Schneider, appreciate you, Steven Schneider, with $2 super chat. Appreciate that, Steven Schneider, my man. But so yeah, you know, I think he's gonna be set mentally. I think he's gonna be set mentally.
It's like what I said, D, when I was talking about he don't normally get into trouble. We ain't really seen him in the news or nothing like that outside of him, you know, really kicking it with the off brands, kicking it with the troublemakers. You feel me? Errol Spence don't even got no record besides that little DUI. You feel what I'm saying? So he been a good dude. He just got to stay away from the negativity and the yes man people, and you know, stay around his family.
Jose, stop.
Stay away from the clubs too.
Yeah, Jose started. Jose said, not really. He was dancing at the club with those guys. Look, Jose, this was before that interview. So, yeah, he was doing dumb shit. But you know what I mean? Like, he has calmed down ever since. You look at all of his Instagram posts here lately, bro. It's been at a cordial level. He's been working out. He's been training. Even you can see in his face, bro. It's not that fat, puffy face no more. Like, you can tell when the dude is getting in shape because their goddamn jawline start getting muscular and shit. All of that's changing in Spence. So you could tell that he's trying to keep. He just said in the last interview that he's trying to maintain 160, 165. Just think about this. Spence won't never maintain 160, 165. He was always blowing up to 185, 190. Now he's trying to maintain that while he's not fighting. That's what he's working on. He's doing that shit now. So just things have changed, I think. I just feel like things have changed. You know what I mean?
Answer me a question. Answer me this. Have you seen him in an interview with Tank or Broner?
Nope.
Did you see him at that last fight with Tank or Broner? Okay,
yeah,
then.
I've seen that.
There you go. Case closed. Case closed. Case closed then. As long as he stay away from them dudes, he'll be all right.
Pusha T, that's right. The clip from VA. He was jumping dudes with Yellow Mellow. Stop hating, Jose. Cut that out. He's throwing fire at Spence. Cut it out. Beyonce drunk and low was the burn. Yeah. Wow.
Hey man, why you had to bring up that, bro? Why you had to bring up that? I had some going good for Spence right now.
Okay, you falling out on Spence. Mosquito bites, Dee Jefferson. That's right. Mosquito bites. Hey man, I still say that shit, bro. I was just telling nobody about that yesterday. They always refer to that mosquito bite shit. When I first came to UGC, we was talking about Laura fighting Spence. I said, man, fuck Laura, that shit. You know, I was much higher on Spence than I am now. Some of these fights in here recently brought me down to reality. But at first, I was like, Laura punches Spencer, eat them shits, it's mosquito bites. He walking through them, he fucking Laura up, you know, when he go up to 154 because he's not going to be drained. He's going to be more powerful. That's just my assumption. But I still don't think that Laura gets in there and hurts Spence. Like, Laura ain't no knockout puncher, bro. It's going to take a knockout puncher to hurt Spence. So
I'm actually with you on that one. I actually think that he would go up there and beat up Laura before the accident. Like I said, before all my assumptions of Spence is before the accident. Just let me make that clear. You feel me? Anything I say good, before the accident.
Now, Andrew, you too. Y'all hear this? Before the accident. So listen, it was crazy then when I said this shit, and I understand, like, I get it, but again, Laura just not like, dude, we give Sean Porter the credit for having a good chin. We give Danny Garcia the credit for having a good chin. Why? Because guys have hit them with good shit and not put them down. So why can't we give Spence that credit? Because guys done laid leather to Spence. He ain't no defensive specialist. He done ate leather. And he ain't been put down, bro. He ain't been put down, so he got a chin. I don't think Laura is the puncher that's going to put Spence down. It's going to take a puncher to put Spence down, and Laura ain't it. Mosquito bites. God damn it. That's right.
I think Lubin would give him a good test up there.
The hammer might have a chance to wobble his ass. Lubin got popped, bro. When Dee said it was all live, and I was drinking some Crown Coca-Cola. Oh shit! Yeah, D Porter hurt Spencer. Yeah, but dog, Augustine. What did I say? Put him down, and he buzzed him. He buzzed him. People look at motherfuckers' reactions in that race. Say, "Oh, he hurt him. He hurt him. He hurt him." When I say a motherfucker get hurt, is when he wobbled, he back up, he got a fan off a flurry of punches. He's about to go out like Keith Thurman was in that Josecito Lopez fight. That was hurt. Hitting the motherfucker and buzzing him, he bite down on his mouthpiece, fire back, and the fight's back on. I don't call that being hurt. I call that you punching the guy and buzzing him. So did he buzz Spence? Yeah, he buzzed Spence a couple of times. Did I see Spence hurt? No. I seen Sean Porter hurt when he fucking missed the punch and hit the damn canvas. That glove hit the canvas. That was hurt. Did you see that happen to Spence?
His eyes rolled in the back of his head like the Exorcist, homie.
Right. That was hurt. Did you see that happen to Spence anytime in that fight? Nah. And even Porter, after getting hurt like that, got back up, was like, come on, let's fight. So he wasn't that hurt, but at some point in time, at least he was hurt. You didn't see Spence like that. So he got buzzed a few times, but let's not. That's why I say people take it overboard sometimes. And then later down the line, when you talk about, well, Porter hurt Spence twice. No, he didn't. He buzzed him. He buzzed him a couple of times, but I don't think he hurt Spence at all in that fight. Neither did Brook, because I hear that shit about Kell Brook. He hurt Spence. No, he buzzed Spence with a punch or two, but he didn't fucking hurt Spence. I've not seen Spence hurt in a fight besides that fight that Larte rocked him. Manuel Larte, that motherfucker was Spencer. That motherfucker did the stinky leg in that fight. And even then, he was only hurt for a few seconds, but he gained his composure.
He was only like 5 fights in, though.
Yeah.
He didn't get the. He's not the fighter that he is today. Back then,
and Larte was a big fucking hard hitting African, bro. He wasn't that great of a boxer, but that bitch can hit hard. And he sure enough caught Spence clean. Spence missed a punch too when Larte caught him. Spence missed a punch and Larte caught him. Bow! I was like, wow, bro. He rocked Spence on that one. Castano will give Spence a good fight at 154. I think the dark horse at junior middleweight. Yeah, Castano. I think a lot of guys will give Spence a good fight at 154 right out the gate because we don't know what Spence is at 154. Me personally, I just think Spence is going to be a lot better at 154 for the simple fact that, look, he just came out and admitted, well, we've been saying anything. He's been draining himself to get to 147. So, guys, when you drain yourself, they're saying you're draining yourself for a reason. You're draining your maximum level of your attributes, your speed, your power, your endurance. That's what you're draining away. When they say you're draining, that's what you're draining. So when you don't drain that, you get that shit back. You get a little more endurance, a little. You know what I'm saying? You don't lose that by moving up and not draining yourself. You get that back. So Spence is.
Hey, one thing I can say, Danny haven't looked that good either, bro.
Huh?
Danny haven't looked that good either, bro. So if Spence do go in there and beat Danny,
that's why I was like 85% Spence. I gave a chance to beat Danny. Look at that Red Catch. Come on, what the fuck? Even 85% Spence. Who thinks Red Catch is going to beat an 85% Spence? Come on, let's be honest.
Bro, I said this. After the accident, Spence would have knocked Red Catch out in the 5th round, bro.
Danny was in there struggling like he was in a back alley fight with this thing. He was struggling with Red Catch. So I'm
Indeed, not. If you see him fight Danny Garcia, how you think he'll win? By decision or by knockout?
I'm gonna say decision because Danny got a chin on him too, though. You know what I mean? Danny got a chin now. Danny ain't. Who knocked Danny out? How many times Danny knocked out? How many times? How many times
Danny hit the floor? Shit, I don't even remember when he hit the floor.
So don't nobody, it's the same thing I was telling these idiots about gun rights. You remember before the Spence Porter file? Like, man, these motherfuckers need to stop saying Spence gonna knock Porter out. Well, I'm
Right, right.
saying respect. What the fuck? Are crazy? We can't start saying Spence is gonna go knock Danny out, especially coming
I can
off
say
that.
I see him knocking him down. I can see
But
him
he
knocking
might
him
make
down,
it.
but knocking him
Yeah,
out.
but remember this. He didn't knock Mikey Garcia out. It was coming from 135. He didn't knock Mikey Garcia out, bro.
Yo, Guido. You know what? And my brother Nuke says that, and Bias says that. You know, he couldn't even hurt Mikey, but at the same token, we say he couldn't hurt Mikey. He couldn't stop Mikey, but how many people made Sean Porter hit the canvas?
Facts.
So we can sit there and keep saying, "Oh, you couldn't do this to a 135 pounder," but how many people made Sean Porter with that fucking chin hit the canvas? So we can't keep saying that, bro. Like, I get it, but that's one fight. Out of all of this fight, you can't judge everything on one fight, because the very next fight, a guy with a superior chin, we know has a tough chin, he may hit the canvas. That we know is a fucking 147 pounder that could probably fight at 154 in Sean Porter because he's fucking huge. He made him hit the canvas. So let's stop talking about he couldn't even make little Mikey hit the, like, I mean, when is that going to die? You know what I mean? When is that about? It's not making Mikey go down going to die when he put Porter down, a guy who's not been knocked out ever. Like, I don't know, man. So, you know, it is what it is with that punch power. I'm not going to say that Spence goes in there and knocks Danny out or gets the TKO. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but I would pick unanimous decision for Spence. I don't know.
I'm looking for at least one knockdown from him. At least one knock. Give me one knockdown. At least one knockdown. You don't gotta knock him out, but at least knock him down one time. And if you knock him down one time, then I say that he back. You feel me?
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, and then so Eddie Stavern, this is something that I just told somebody the other day about that. They said it took 11 rounds to beat a washed up Brook. But then Brook went up a weight class and won a fight. So how washed up was he, Eddie Stavern? Because he went up a weight class and won a fight. Now, for fighters washed up at 147, I don't think, if he's completely washed up at 147, I don't think he's going to move up in weight and win. If he's washed up, he'll probably move up in weight and get demolished again. But Brook was able to move up in weight and win. See, guys, we got to stop with these narratives, bro. Like, we just got to stop, really. Like the whole eye socket thing. Oh, GGG loosened it up, but he fucked up a whole different eye socket. So, like, guys, I mean, you know, we can try and discredit fighters on one side, and then, but let's get off the whole discrediting of Spence with the Brook and last fight, because here's the reality of it. And I keep saying this. I have to see Spence in the ring. All of this 11 rounds and all of that shit, that's the old Spence. We don't even know if that Spence still exists anymore. That's the old Spence, and that's the fact, bro. Even the Spence that fought Porter, that's the old Spence. We don't know if that Spence still exists until that fool gets in the ring and we see how he can take these punches and deal with this, you know, this fighting, because that accident was still, you know, really shaky. So I don't know. Spence has just been disciplined physically since winning the IBF, and tactical has not improved much since the Brook fight, in my opinion. Well, I mean, yeah, you know, Derek James spoke on that too, Angel. And he did make a good point. Even though it was against a smaller Mikey, he fought in a different way in all three fights. And that's the fact. He fought Porter, Mikey, and Brook differently. But then, like, people don't really say that he fights any, like, he doesn't show any different skills. And I mean, it is what it is. The facts are he did fight those guys. He didn't fight all those guys the same. He fought all those guys differently. So he was a different fighter in each fight, right? And he was victorious in each fight. So we could say that his skill or his discipline or didn't improve much, but if you're fighting 3 fighters in 3 different ways, then you basically showing 3 different skill sets, 3 different ways of fight, brawling, boxing, combination of both. And that's what he did in those 3 fights. Like it or love it, right? I don't know.
Quick question, D. I know we've been talking about this since yesterday, about the female Lopez and Devin Haney situation. And I wanted to ask you, what's up with the LDBC always dissing that female Lopez, saying that he's ducking Devin Haney? What the fuck? You know? What the hell is wrong with them niggas, y'all?
I don't know, but
I haven't heard that one.
I don't know if.
Why is he ducking Haney? What the fuck? See.
What channel? Where did you see that?
I don't like to give the names out, but I'm gonna just say Blue. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Oh, well, shit, bro. If he's
He was saying that.
okay.
Oh God, yo, they really hyping Devin Haney up like he did something big, you know.
Well, he came on their channel, or one of their channels, and he made a statement that pretty much supports what they like. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I guess they jive like supporting him now or whatever. Well, who knows, man? I don't even see the logic in it. I don't see like how he could even be ducking him, because I just said this the other day, guys.
I know you did.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we always gonna have people listening to playback, so I say a lot of things more than once just so everybody can hear it. But here's the skinny on it. You don't duck. I know grown man boxing. What's up with you, fam? You don't duck lower. If you're ducking somebody, they're more dangerous opponent. They have more value. You're losing out more than them or something. You know what I mean? It's a reason. There's a motive. But you don't go lower. You don't duck a guy that's less of an opponent, that's less valuable, that's not doing more than you are doing yourself. This is Devin Haney to Teofimo Lopez. So their whole argument makes no fucking sense, because Lomachenko's definitely a harder opponent than fucking Devin Haney. Stop it.
Exactly. And that's
the champion when he fought him. Stop it. So he's fighting better competition than him. And Teofimo thinks that he'll beat Devin Haney's ass, and I think that he will too. So he's a lower opponent in his mind. Stop it. And then the value. Devin Haney don't hold more value than Teofimo. So what is there to duck? How are you ducking somebody that's basically beneath you in these categories? You duck somebody that can whoop your ass and take what you got. That's when you duck a fight, like Spence ducking Crawford, because that's a reason to duck. There's a motive. There's an incentive to duck. There's no motive to duck Devin Haney for Teofimo Lopez. Exactly. What the hell are they talking about?
They're trying to say that he's bigger than Lomachenko. Like he did more than Lomachenko.
God, man. That just makes no sense.
Like we had it yesterday. Remember in Punch Drunk Boxing? In my homeboy's video?
Yeah. Punch Drunk. And
we had that guy, I don't want to bring up his name,
fuck H Money. I made H Money run away. Okay.
He's my,
that dude's a real clown. I told Punch Drunk, Punch Drunk didn't know about him. H Money done found a way to slither himself up there on his. And he better stay away from that clown, man. Because 3 days later, H Money will be talking shit about Punch Drunk. Punch Drunk a hoe. He a snitch. Punch Drunk a snitch. He'll be doing that shit, bro. That's what he do. He go around everybody's channel. 2 or 3 days later, he talking crazy about you. So whatever. Angel said Spence needs a trainer to exchange for 2 fights, see the performances versus the last 2 fights in order to see if his potential is being hindered. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Champ Ross in the building. What's up, Champ? Boy, Champ, it's almost time, dog. We'll bring back the prediction league, baby. Let's go. You ready, Champ? Spence was a lab rat. Blu-ray created the perfect PED combo. Now to Blu-ray on FIFA, his performance hasn't been the same.
Boxing Monster is a wild one, bro.
This is the PEDs in training. Fighting differently and getting KO victory, which is the main objective in professional fights, should result in spectacular wins. Yeah. Yeah. Angel dropping gems out there. Eddie Stavern said September, right? Spence fought. He need a year to recover. We don't know how long he needs to recover. If you don't know the severity of his injuries. But I mean, bro, it's a life and death experience. So I don't understand if nothing's broken like they said, shit, he could have been fought. You don't need a year to recover. If he's unscathed like they said, fuck no, you don't need nowhere close to a year to recover. You good. Get in there and fight. But what if it's some spinal or neck or back injury that's underlying and you don't know until he get in there and start throwing blows and then he tweaks something. You know what I mean? You never can tell with that kind of stuff, Eddie Stavern. Never can tell. That's why I want to see him in there. What if that head got shaken in the wrong way in that accident and he get in there in that boxing ring and the first hard punch he take ring his bell and his ass find himself on the canvas? Never can tell. Angel said my thing is Spence was predicted to dismember Porter. Was say, yeah, and Mikey, yeah, by dickheads and morons, Angel, like, you know, by people saying 5th round TKO, you know, and I don't got no people that do no more, but just look, it was he knows in sports and people like him saying this stuff. People that knew boxing knew that he wasn't going to knock out Porter or dismember Porter or walk through Porter, because we always said that. But for these people, crazy. So people that were knowledgeable about boxing, they know that that crap wasn't going to happen. That was Spence fanboys and idiots saying that kind of stuff. You idiots. All of them. Stop that bullshit. Blu-ray had that boy working. I could train you like Blu-ray train. I will have you ready to beat JFL, but without training, it's a wrap for you. Hey, y'all crazy, man. JFL gonna do Samuel Charleston without training. JFL gonna deuce monster up. Modern Machine, Dee Jefferson just overhyping the first love Spence. I remember when he knows his sports, Dee Jefferson used to fight over who was the biggest Spence fanboy. Get the fuck out of here. I never said that TKO nonsense. I used to debate him. Even when we was on that show together, bro, me and him used to get in the debate about that. Because we was both Spence fans. I mean, I'm still a Spence fan, but I used to tell him, bro, he is not knocking that dude out. Why do you keep saying that? Because it's going to happen. I said, and what if it don't? And there is no if. That's what he would always say. I'm like, bro, you crazy. That shit's going to happen. To me, it seems like.
When the last time he got something right?
Oh, he knows his sports?
Yeah.
He get predictions right. He was in the prediction league. As a matter of fact, he was actually in top 10. He gets some predictions. He gets predictions right. He gets predictions right. He gets predictions. Errol Spence and PBC, Errol Spence and PBC fighters, he go overboard for. He's just like the PBC lovers, so he go overboard. But it's not like he's the total casual. He's not a casual. Like, he knows boxing. He just advocates for the PBC and Spence. Overboard.
So he's just choosing to act like he don't know that.
Well, I mean, doggy, when you a fanboy, like, all fanboys are not casuals. There's a lot of fanboys that actually know boxing. You understand what I'm saying?
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's not like all fanboys are casuals. They know boxing, they know the sport, but they just decide to go overboard and say this ridiculously silly shit about the fighter that they like. And that's when it comes to the point of fanboying. You know what I mean? And that's just how it is. I mean, you know, to me, it seems like the accident possibly improved Spence, since he is to be turning over a new leaf and taking his craft more seriously. I agree with that, Deontay. I was just saying that. Like, it appears sincere. It's not like it's a show or a game that Errol Spence is putting on. You can tell when guys are bullshitting. Oh, you can tell when somebody's bullshitting you. It doesn't appear that Spence is bullshitting. You know, he talked about his family and a second chance in life, and the fact that he took things for granted. He admitted that he was out there punishing himself, trying to drain down all of these things. First, you have to acknowledge what he was doing, and clearly Spencer's done that, right?
She was $8.
I think that it's
And Dad said they only got 5.
I think it's genuine. Oh, my bad. I could see if Mikey beats Pacquiao. Where does Mikey go from there? If Mikey beats Pacquiao, so let's talk about this. Good. Raider, I'll drop the link if you want to come talk about this too, because we only have 3 on the panel. It's 4. But Soccer Training Club in the building. What's up with you, fam? So let's talk about this. If Mikey was to get, let's say that the scenario that I put out there happens. So, guys, if I skip anybody's comments, sorry, I'm shooting down to the bottom. I'm going to switch to this topic before we get out of here today. If Mikey was to beat Pacquiao, if that scenario I put out earlier, Pacquiao ages in this fight, this particular fight, and Mikey Garcia beats Manny Pacquiao, where does he go from here? Good question, Raider. My thing is this: Robert Garcia nor Eduardo, Big Eddie, they don't want Mikey to stay at 147 at all. And Robert was saying in an interview that they're going to push Mikey. They're going to push Mikey. Of course, he's going to do what he wants, but they're going to push for him to return to 140 and take a couple of fights there and go on out the door, which I think would be an ample idea. I think Mikey, after he beats Pacquiao, if he can get past Pacquiao, I think he should vacate that belt, return to 140, fight a couple of fights there, and retire. Because the whole agenda, what Robert Garcia was saying, was for Mikey to become a 5-division champ, just to go up there and get another belt at 147. Not to campaign at 147, not to clear out the 147 division. Now, of course, you're going to have people talk, well, why don't Mikey unify? Well, shut the fuck up with that. It was not his plan to go up there and unify and dominate at 147. It was to win a title at 147 because that's how you build your legacy. So where does he go from there? He vacates. He vacates and he moves down to 140. That's what I think.
That's exactly what he got to do. Go front. Yeah.
Right.
And I want to ask you, if he goes down on 140, you think he'll clean the 140 division?
No. Not if Josh Taylor stays there. Not if Regis stays there. Not if Hooker stays there. I'm not giving Mikey wins over those guys. Each one of those guys can beat him. Not Hooker, Ramirez, Josh Taylor, and Regis Prograis. Each one of those.
I don't think he can fight with Ramirez because they're in the same stable.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, then how would he run through? You know what I mean? If he ain't going to fight his guy, he can't run through the division because his guy holds some hardware there.
Yeah,
you know?
Eddie could make anything happen, bro.
I want to see Jose Ramirez versus Josh Taylor.
Yeah, but Robert Garcia, Eddie can't make anything happen, but Robert trains both of those guys. So that would be hard because Robert Garcia's gym is super successful. They could tell Eddie to go fuck himself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't think Eddie
Ramirez, no, but Josh Taylor, that'll be a good fight. That'll be a real good fight.
Yeah. I don't think Ramirez, he gets that. Regis, too. Regis Mikey would be a good fight as well.
Yeah. We just said he won Mikey. Yeah. He said he won Mikey at one point in time. Yeah.
And then we talking at 140. Devin Haney and Eddie Hearn have said repeatedly. They've said more than once that Devin Haney would like to see Mikey at 140. So there's fights and good fights for Mikey, good money fights for Mikey at 140. If he wins that belt, there's no need for him to stay at 147. The only thing that is left at 147 for Mikey Garcia if he wins against Manny is an ass whooping. That's the only thing left for him. I think Porter whooped his ass. I think Danny Garcia beats him. I think Keith Thurman. I think actually Thurman beats Mikey Garcia. Yeah. I think Spence and Crawford. Well, we know Spence put a 12 round whooping on him, and Crawford beats him. I think they all beat him at 147. So what is left? I think Virgil Ortiz and Jerron in his boots beats Mikey at 147. I'm not even capping.
You know what? 140. If Mikey go to 140 in the next year might be the best division around boxing. If Teofimo and Haney move up there, you feel me? And one of the best fights, opening fights that I will say that
division would be lit, especially if Ramirez and Josh Taylor stay there. Like Ramirez, Regis, Josh Taylor, Mikey Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney. Oh my God!
Woo! Damn, bro.
that'll be
That's
fire.
a lot of great fights there.
Look, give me Regis versus Teofimo. That'll be my first groundbreaking fight.
Woo! Yo, that'll be great, man.
Wow, dog, that's sick. That's sick to even think about it. That would be a fucking stacked ass division. It would be a lot of excitement in that division. Ain't nobody taking Bob's word for real. Hell no, dog. My word, shaky as a goddamn earthquake. Eddie Hearn, Mikey trying to get a belt the snidey way, old man. Hell yeah, Eddie. He trying to get that shit the slick way. Fuck that. The easiest way I can get this bitch 5 division champ, I'm in there. Mikey, hey, I think it's a smart move, though. I think it's a smart move. What Samuel talk about? Dee Jeff, you don't know what Mikey. Oh my gosh. It go Mikey. This is a Mikey Garcia fanboy. If anybody want to know, if anybody want to know what a Mikey Garcia fanboy look like, look at that logo right there. Look at that logo. Y'all see that logo? That's a Mikey Garcia fanboy.
Hey, I like Mikey. Don't get it twisted. I like Mikey, but it's the truth. He doesn't belong on 147.
I'm just fucking with Samuel Shaw, Guido. That's how we do around here. Samuel Shaw, boxing monster, always fucking with me, so I got those shots back, dog.
We ain't even got to worry about that because Pacquiao about to sit him down, make him think about staying at 147.
I don't know. Look, I picked Pacquiao too. I do. But if Pacquiao age in that fight, Mikey can deuce him up, bro. Fuck that. If Pacquiao,
I don't see it happening.
Pacquiao age in that fight, yes, sir. Because Mikey timing is superb, and Mikey don't listen. Vargas, Vargas fought both of them, and he said they both hit hard. He said it's different power. He said he can't say that one of them has more power than the other. He said because it comes differently. He said Mikey is technical with his. And even though it's slower and it's not as many shots, he said Mikey's power is hard. He said Manny's power is so hard because it's you don't see it coming. And it's those shots that you don't see coming. And then when they hit you, like, oh, God damn, did he just hit me that hard? This is what Vargas said. He said, but concerning their power, they both have it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
If Pacquiao come in there, he lose a couple of steps. You know how I look when guys age out.
Right.
You didn't see it time and time again. They don't look nothing like themselves. Like, what the fuck? Why is he moving so slow? What the fuck? That's what happens in these fights where these guys age out. If that happens against a Mikey Garcia, man, look, it could be night Pacquiao actually, bro. Marquez already put him down.
Yeah, he did. I just see Pacquiao going. He gonna go in there focus, man. He gonna go in there focus. They gotta have it this year, though. I don't want to see it next. If it happens next year, I'm pretty much where you at. I think the time frame hurting if it happens next year, but if it happens, around September or October, I still give it to Pacquiao to go in there and do what he need to do.
Yeah, me too. Angel, it ain't gonna happen because that motherfucker Keith Once Upon a Time Thurman is always gonna be Once Upon a Time Thurman. He ain't never getting back.
We just will beat the shit out of Thurman, bro.
Yeah,
he just will beat the shit out of Thurman.
It's Keith Once Upon a Time Thurman from here on out, dog. That one time Thurman is dead and gone. That motherfucker buried 6 feet deep. I think Regis should go up to 147, beef up, strengthen up. Regis is kind of small, but he was talking about, Regis was talking about going to fight Spence and Crawford. But after what Josh Taylor did to him, I don't know if he should reconsider that. Yeah. Ramirez and Taylor ain't staying. No, they're not staying. I think the only reason they're holding out now is for the fight with each other, but who knows? But both of them talked about moving to 147.
And who y'all got winning on that one? Ramirez versus Taylor. Who y'all got winning?
I got Josh.
Taylor.
I like Ramirez, he's a dog, bro. Don't get me wrong. I love what he did to Hooker. That was a great fight, but Taylor just showed, man. Taylor's special. It's a special dude, bro. He showed.
Tornado.
I picked Regis Prograde to win against Taylor, but Taylor showed heart. He showed the knowledge of boxing. The dude can box, bro.
Y'all think he can handle the pressure of Ramirez?
Hell yeah.
Did he handle from look?
Hell yeah.
Regis Prograde hit harder than Ramirez. Let's not get it twisted. He hits harder than Ramirez. Josh Taylor, did you see his fucking eye, my nigga?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, Regis was laying leather on that motherfucker, and the heart, Josh Taylor heart is bigger than his body, bro. That dude got heart. He got the dog in him, and he can box. So yeah, Ramirez got pressure, but he gonna need more than that fucking with Josh, bro. The pressure alone ain't gonna cut it because Josh.
I had Taylor versus Regis too. So
yeah.
The power situation is not gonna carry that fight.
You told me about that, but I had Regis getting him, but I had that fight 50-50. I had Regis edge out. I had that fight 50-50 though. I said Josh could win that fight. You know, I just picked Regis, but nah, dog. I think Ramirez. I'm not saying Ramirez has no chance. I would say like 60-40 Josh Taylor, 65-35 Josh Taylor, something like that. I'm favoring Josh Taylor in that fight.
I got Ramirez. Fuck that. I got Ramirez.
A lot of people do.
Skills over power.
You're not alone, Guido. A lot of people. I've talked to plenty of people that has Ramirez winning that fight. So that's not. I can respect that pick. That's not one of those picks like, oh man, you crazy. Ramirez ain't fucking. That's not that.
I'm not like that.
Yeah, it ain't that type of shit. So, you know, it is what
it's
it
is. 50-50 fight, you know? Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah, 60-40 fight, you know? Yeah, no doubt. That's what I said on Unbiased, and you disagree with me, D. What you talking about, Jose? Ramirez? No, whatever, Jose. If you said anything on Bias, you was going for Ramirez. Let me tell you something. Jose is my partner before day one. Before I even got the channel, I've been around this motherfucker. If it ain't Mexican, it ain't right. So you got fucking crazy.
He said if it ain't Mexican, it ain't right.
Yeah, they go with the Mexican every goddamn time, dog.
I got some homies like that though. They cool though. They cool.
Yeah, man. Oh shit. Oh my God, Jose.
You know what division that's hitting up right now? 168 division. That's getting a lot interesting. With a 168.
Hey, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Samuel, what the fuck are you, the FBI? If I go back to all these comments, hey, do y'all know this? How many times I tell y'all? D Jeff, how you know? D Jeff, how you know this? D Jeff, how you know? Nigga, you wearing a wine? You wearing a wine?
Samuel be out there. He just going against the grain to fuck with you.
I know. You know what I'm saying? Pat you down. Nigga, pat you down.
You know Taylor gonna win that fight.
Ah, shit. Chant Ross Samuel just picks all the Mexicans all the time. Yeah, he picks them all the time. Unanimous decision. That motherfucker play the odds. He always sit around the top. He hover around the top of his UD decisions. Oh, playing the field last goddamn Samuel. Oh, playing the fence ass prediction league, nigga.
He lost a lot of money during the Mayweather era. With Mayweather was beating them all up. That's why.
Ramirez trains in the backyard where I reside, Clovis, California. Yeah, that's what's up, bro. Raider said,
"Oh, that's right by Fresno."
Yeah. Here we go. He said, Yepes is right. Ramirez beats Taylor. Well, that's coming from another Mexican. So, Viva la Mexico. Viva la Mexico. Raider.
Viva Mexico.
You know I respect you, but I gotta go against you on that one, Pete.
Bro, look, I don't have nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with supporting your countrymen. Because the Americans are the worst at it.
No.
Think about it. The Americans are the worst at it. They import American athletes, even though they know they trash, they'll still support him. Look how much they supported Wilder. And they knew he didn't have much boxing skills. They supported to the death of him. So how could somebody get mad at another ethnic background supporting their countrymen? Like, I really don't have no problem with it. I'm gonna pop shit and talk, you know, and crack jokes about it. But hey, ain't no problem, you know, having pride in your countrymen. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Americans do it all the time, bro. That's what we do. You know what I mean? But anyway, Guido,
my brother.
Closing thoughts times, man. It was a good discussion. You know, we went on about it a little bit. Give me some closing thoughts, Guido.
Yeah, what happened? I didn't hear you. Say it again.
I said, give me some closing thoughts, bro. I'm getting ready to close the show out. And if you got a channel or Instagram page or something,
I only got Facebook. I don't got Instagram though. I only got Facebook. But I be in Punch Drunk Boxing a lot, so you can find me there. So I was in the video.
Okay.
Like we did yesterday, we chopped it up, you know.
Right.
If, you know.
Right.
You can find me there. He's gonna be live tomorrow.
Drunk too. That y'all check Punch Drunk Boxing out. But Guido, he'll be over there. That's his man, Punch Drunk. And Guido, you know you're always welcome here, bro. You come talk.
No, thank you. No, thank you for having me. It was fun talking to y'all. This is all about. You know.
Doubt, bro. Anytime.
Thank
so
you.
Gun Rights.
And I want to salute to everybody in the chat. Peace.
No doubt. Peace out. Gun Rights, give me some closing thoughts, fam.
Man, you already know, man. Let's get these fights on the road, man. The best way we can, the safest way we can. You know, Dee Jeff, it's always good having me on here, man. Thank you, man, for, you know, allowing for your boy to come on here, chop it up with you. I respect you and your channel and what you're doing. You feel me? You always keep it open for the public, and I respect you for that. You're a real one. You never on no sucker shit. And, you know, peace out to the chat, man. Everybody be safe out there. And let's get these fights on and keep supporting your boy Dee Jefferson, man. This is one of the hottest channels. This is on my top 5. You feel me? Hands down. Really shit.
That, bro. I appreciate that, Ma. Hey, you gotta come get that work too, Gun Rights. I'm getting nice at that 2K. But look, before we go, Luis Puente, he said, keep this going, fam. I appreciate that, Luis. Before we go, guys, I want to tell everybody, Speak Your Mind Sports Talk Game Night. So if you got the PlayStation 4, y'all come join the fun. Like, it's getting to the point now is see if you can beat Dee Jeff, man. Y'all come get on the Speak Your Mind Sports Talk every Tuesday, every Saturday. We're going to have Speak Your Mind Sports Talk game time, okay? It's going to be game time. We'll play all the 2K, Mortal Kombat. I'm going to just start playing a lot of games, guys, a lot of different games. But right now I'm becoming extremely dominant at 2K. So y'all better come get it. Gun Rights, you better come win while you can, dog. I'm coming for you. But, yeah, y'all come join the fun. Every Tuesday and Saturday, Speak Your Mind Sports Talk game time, bro. That's what we're going to do that there. But y'all know how I always end this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.